Hi, this is Ushin, and welcome to our Climax Screwed podcast. Today we'll be covering the week of April 6th to April 10th, 2015. And joined with me here today is Busan,
Hello.
and he will read out the card of the days.
Before anyone comments, yes, I realized the editing format is terrible because we were late with the podcast again. Anyways, now we move on to the actual cards. First card is Saber's Master Shiro, yellow 105k, Master and Weapon trait. When you declare an attack with with a climax anchored towards evil in the climax zone, you can pay the cost, which is one stock. If you do, this gains 2k and the following ability to the end of this turn. If this card reverses opponent in battle, you can search for a Master and Servant card character and add it to your hand. The climax is a 1k1 shot trigger.
I think it's fine.
Actually, I personally think it's fine too. It's not like this card costs a 1/1, so if this
Yeah.
was a 1/1, then I would be like, I don't know anymore,
No, if it's 1-1, then the Climax combo has to be free.
and not give power.
Yeah. And then it'll have to have like some encore. I think it doesn't really
It doesn't
need
really need to have encore.
If it's a 1-1, I don't think it'll be that good unless
But
it
but
gives more power for
but yeah,
one stock. But if it's in this case, it's a 1-1, so you just pay one stock, reverse, get potentially 7k or
8k,
8k
8k.
that with the climax. It's pretty good. It's on attack as well, so you can pay out stuff like climaxes.
That's true. It's true. I'm also familiar with this with a card in rewrite, except the one in rewrite was terrible because the climax was a stock 1/1 so. Although you could technically look at that as a free salvage. It was a salvage, not a search.
Oh, okay.
There was a small difference there, so yeah. So honestly, this card is not too bad. The climax may not be that great.
Yeah. I don't know. I think shots are fine.
I know. I think shots are fine. It's just that I'm not particularly keen about using shot triggers.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, the card is fine. It's not like it loses too much power to its climax combo. The climax
Only
combo is
500.
pretty good.
Like, come on, 105, 500, 5,500 is not
It's
that
not
good.
it's not much. It won't,
Come on.
how much power does make a difference, but it's not gonna be that much of a difference that many times.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
So yeah, card's decent enough. I understand the double R rarity. I think at least.
I I guess. I don't know.
All right, next card. Devil Smile Rin. Red 00 1500 Master and Dual trait. All your other Rin and Archer characters in their yeah. Basically, all your other Rins and Archers gain clock on core.
It's pretty good.
Um, for there was already a card for clock on core for Master traits called Avengers. That is its own deck as it is. With this pretty much means there's going to be another archetype, Rin Archer archetype. That's what I
Which is
assume.
good. Yep, which is good for fake players, obviously.
It depends on the Rins and Archer cards. As far as cards you should clock on core, there isn't any right now.
Okay.
Although, if you combo this with the unlimited blades work, you could. It's gonna be costly, but you technically could plus two.
Okay.
But no, whatever. Give for Rince and Archer Clockwork Cord. It's gonna be a staple in every Rin Archer deck, anyways.
Obviously. Not much to
Next,
say there.
yeah, not much to say. It's really a support play card that really doesn't do anything else.
Yeah.
All right, next card. As a Magician Rin, red 00 1500 Master and Dual trait. When you play this card from hand to stage, you can look at the top, either leave it on top or send it to waiting room, and you can brainstorm. Pay one, brainstorm four. For every climax hit you hit, you may salvage one and then discard one from your hand. Salvage a
Uh,
character, of course.
yeah. It's okay. I just have to say the art looks exactly the same as the previous.
It's not exactly the same. It just used the same template.
Looks pretty close. Anyways, that aside, I think it's a pretty okay brainstorm. First of all, it's spammable. First ability is okay. I don't really use it that much personally.
It helps with certain decks, like my Iron Master decks, where whenever I play a certain card.
Yeah. Um, in this case, it's I don't know. I think it's okay.
It's kind of like a bonus to the brainstorm. The
I
brains
don't. Yeah,
I
it's
think you'll be
bonus
playing
to
this
this.
for the brainstorm mostly,
Yeah.
anyways. As far as brainstorm goes, there is that Saber brainstorm that gains like
2K. What?
give I think give us I think it was give a servant 1K or 2K.
No,
I don't
2K,
remember
2K, 2K.
2K for every hit.
That's
But
fixed. Yep.
honestly, if you want to for that reason, you probably should you should use this card as your spam brainstorm because more utility. But I guess if you're power heavy wise, I guess Saber would be better. Or your
I
Ghost.
guess.
Of course, there might be a trait issue too
Um, I
because Rain's a
don't.
master and
No, I
Saber's
don't
a.
believe. What do you call it? I don't believe Fate has that much problem with in terms of power, considering how they have quite good survivability.
I think you're just talking about riders.
Okay, maybe I'm just thinking about meta writers, but
I think you're just thinking about riders. This is
yeah,
more. I think we're talking more about more non-rider decks.
non-writer deck.
The more non-rider decks don't actually have that much power.
Okay. I guess Saber would be a good choice instead of this, but you can put both in, so whatever.
Yeah, well, it's up to you.
Yeah.
I guess after that it'll be it's just the traits because
Yeah, it's mainly
Saber.
traits because if you want to go Rin in the Archer, obviously, you would try to avoid Saber, but it depends.
All right, next card. Hero Rogue Spirit Saber, yellow 0025, servant and weapon trait. When this card declares an attack, choose a master or servant character. Gains 1500. Choose another master or servant character. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Mm, it's okay.
I like.
Force power is pretty good actually.
Yeah.
For power and ability, it's pretty good. I'm a little dumbfounded with this card's an R because you normally see this as an uncommon card,
Okay.
but there's not much to say about it. It's like attack, give a card power.
Yep.
All right, is that it for it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, next card. Heading to the rescue, Saber, yellow 105K, servant weapon trait. Residence, reveal one heroic spirit saber from your hand. During the start of your climax phase, you can pay the cost. If you do, this card gains 2K till end of this turn. So this is our first resident reveal ever on the official site at least. So apparently resident is basically feel extra in your hand, you gain this.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty good. It's a 107K. I mean, come on. I'm going to show you a level 0 on my hand. Like, really. It's not that big of a deal.
It's not. It should be too big of a deal. Although it may depend on on your current hand size.
Okay,
Depends.
yeah. But most cases, I don't think it's big of a deal. Come on, 107K. So good.
I can't disagree with that. It's not like you have to discard it or anything. If this
Yeah.
card required a discard,
And it's
then I'll
not
be
revealing
like, I'll be
whole
like, if it was a discard and not reveal,
Yeah.
this whole ability is total junk.
Yeah.
Unless the register was so good, it has to be done.
Yeah. And it's not revealing your whole hand either. You just have to reveal that specific card.
You know the funny thing is that this mechanic was already in the game.
Yeah, just not called Resonance.
No,
Just wasn't.
it was also pretty janky and not that great. It was at the time. It was funny thing. It's also another saber card. It was a 1/165 saber that said when you front attack and after the counter step, you can feel X number of climax in your hand. If you
Oh,
do,
I remember
gains
this. I
1K.
remember this card.
Remember, you remember? You know what card I'm talking about?
Yeah. I think it's a Fate Zero. I think.
It's a Fate Zero card.
Yeah, I remember this.
That card wasn't that great, but it was fun. It was fun. It was a fun card to play either way. But this card this resident pretty much operates on that kind of same bad mechanic.
Mechanic, yeah.
But anyways, back to the card. It's basically 107K and probably gonna die the next turn over. Probably.
Oh.
If it doesn't, Hey, it's another 10. It's another 107K, right?
Yeah, just keep revealing that one card.
Just make sure you keep that card in your hand and just hope you don't have to play it, basically.
Yep.
Or somehow your opponent somehow forced a discard, which should never happen anymore.
Shit. Little busters.
No, I mean no. Even then, that was your choice. It was your choice to
I know,
discard
your
that.
choice, I guess.
I mean, like some sort of forced discard where you have no choice.
Oh, force discard. I don't think so. This ain't
You know,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
like we're talking about that. That broken ass fucking card. You weren't around. It was the card was the card was already banned by that point. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good card. If you're looking for power. Next card, Battle Sochiro Saber. Yellow 2/1 8K. Server and weapon trait. When you discard declaration with the Climax armored release from the Climax zone, you can pay the cost. It's just one stock. If you do, look up to your top 4 cards. Choose one Servant or Master. Add it to your hand, or show it to your opponent and add it to your hand. Discard the rest in the ring room, and this card gains 5K. Okay, I didn't read that one before. This card, the Climax is a 1K one shot, another shot trigger.
They love shot triggers.
The art in the Climax is pretty good at least.
I guess.
Anyways, back to the card, right?
5K, come on, it's 13K, 14K,
14K.
14K.
Wow, such a power creep. What a power creep.
Sorry.
What a power creep.
Yeah. For 2/1, it's pretty good. In my opinion. You get a +1, and
it's not a +1. It's a break even on the first one.
Oh wait, discard. Okay.
You pick one up and then you play the rest, and because you had to play the Climax, that's already a -1 to your hand.
Okay. Yeah.
You can think of it as a brainstorm effect because brainstorm requires you to pay a
it's
cost.
sort of like a brainstorm, but I assume you'll get over most level 2s and some level 3s with this card, so that's how I'm looking at it.
Power-wise, if we're talking about just raw, straight-up power, you should get over anything.
Yeah.
Except like I don't know,
Some stupid crap.
like Woozer. You can't. I don't think you ever get Woozer.
But Wizards completely.
But that's totally different.
Yeah.
You're basically paying for the brainstorm effect. I think the power might be overkill, but that's about it.
Sometimes you might need it. You never know.
Yeah, no, you probably. I think you probably need it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if this was even a stock 1/1 soul. Because so much power, right? It wouldn't matter if you lose it. It wouldn't matter if you lose 1K. But since it's a shot, I kind of iffy on the Climax. But this might be me speaking about shot triggers again.
Yep. Just guys run 8 shot triggers of Shiro and Saber.
Shiro and Saber, nothing but shot triggers. Next we're gonna see is Shiro Saber Clock on Core.
Yep. shot for days.
Anyways, decent enough card if you're looking for a backup brainstorm, I suppose you want to call it, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, like you should get a servant or master trait. It'll be so sad if you didn't.
I'll be pretty lucky.
All right. We spoke about this card. I spoke about this card before, but I suppose we'll do it again for consistency's sake. Proofs of Contract, Rin, red 0015, master and dual trait. When this card gets reversed, level 0 Suicider, and you can rest this card, choose a card with the name Archer in its name, gains 1500, and the following ability. This card cannot declare an attack if this card's level is lower than the opponent's card. Basically, if the Archer was level 0 and it's fighting level 1, that card can attack.
Okay.
So I've already put my input last week, so it's all you.
Shit. No, I'm just really confused about the last part. So
basically, if the Archer was like, let's say level 1, and the card was
level 0, they can't. Yeah.
If the card was fighting a level 2 character, it cannot attack.
Ooh. Okay.
Wait. Maybe I'm reading it wrong.
No, you're reading it wrong.
If the level of the opponent of this card is lower than this. Oh, okay. So basically, it's the other way around. It's the other way around. My bad.
Yeah. So if you're level 1, you only hit level 1 and 2. You can't hit level 0. So the Suicider is fine. Okay, let's just put that
I
straight out there. Suicider is fine. Second ability is pretty. Um, I think it's not necessary considering how. There are some cards that can get plus 1500 power without getting like staying at a lower level. So it's possible that gaining the 1500 might actually screw you over. And considering how some sets can play around with adding levels, it might. Actually, no, adding levels doesn't matter. But I don't know. I don't think the 1500 is worth like a level.
it's basically just using it as the Suicider. In that case, you should just use the yellow
Yeah,
Suicider, the stock Suicider.
yeah, that stock Kiritsugu Suicider. That's like $5. But yeah, unless you're going for a win in Archer deck, of course.
Oh yeah, that's card. Let's say this card can get Clock on Core, can it?
Yeah. So
Last week it wasn't revealed, so I didn't know about that.
and you need this for two other cards.
You need this card for other cards, so yeah, so that's the thing.
With the second ability aside, it's okay with Suicide,
It basically you only use the second ability if you have to use the second ability.
which is
Almost never.
never.
Anyways, next card. Yeah, this card. Heroic Spirit Archer, red. Red 3 2 10k. Servant and weapon trait. Wow, I almost said that wrong. This card gains 1k if all your characters is master and servant trait. When this card declares an attack, reveal the top. If that card is a master or servant character, deal X. X is that character's level. And then residence, reveal proof of contract from your proof of contract written from your hand during the climax phase. Start of your climax phase, you can pay the cost. If you do, this card gains 2k. So
Good.
basically, it's a copy of the level 3 Mickey from Iron Master, almost.
Not familiar with that, so won't.
The level 3 Mickey, instead of having all these power gain, had a hand on core and could be dropped at level 1.
Ooh, interesting. I don't know. The second ability seems pretty interesting.
Yeah, but the second ability has been proven to be okay at average, at best.
Yeah.
Because chances of you hitting level 0 is actually it's actually quite decent. So if you hit level 0
Well, yeah,
and then
late
it
game.
does nothing.
Which
But
is,
unlike the Iron Master version, this card has power, so it
Yeah.
can't kill cards. Unlike Mickey, where it cannot really kill any cards at level 3, and the only real good relevant it's only really relevant if you drop at level 1.
Well, potentially it's going to be
13k.
most likely it'll be
13.
11k no matter what.
It should be
Oh.
at least 11k no matter what.
Yeah, and the 13k should be pretty easy as well because you won't be playing level 0 Suiciders at late game anyways.
Unless you really have to, like you're running out cards in your hand, you have to attack.
Yeah, unless you really have to, need to stock or your opponent's running level 0s as well or
I
something.
mean, honestly, Resonant, well, as good as it is, this one it just gives power. If you really have to, you'll play it.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
It's okay card. I think it's decent enough. If people, I know people who compare this with Mickey, and people say Mickey's better just because of hand on core and could be dropped at level 1. But you know, you can instead of comparing cards, you should just see how well it works with its own deck.
Yeah.
As far as but either way, as far as Encore goes, this card can get Clock Encore. Although I don't think you want to Clock Encore at level 3 for obvious reasons.
Yeah, for obvious reasons.
But yeah, it's a good card. I think people, and of course all Rin Archer decks are gonna run at least two,
Yep.
at least two. So yeah. Last card of the day. Surprise Attack Archer, red 2/125, counter card, servant weapon trait, residence. Wait, first it's a backup for 2500, and then when you use this card's backup, you can pay the cost, which is reveal the Suicider from your hand. If you do, choose a battle character. This card gains 1k till end of this turn. So
Pretty good.
basic, yeah,
3/5. Just
yeah,
3/5.
30, yeah, basically 35. As long as you keep the Suicider in your hand, which
Yeah.
should not be too much of an issue. But that does technically mean that if, like we said before, if you have a low size hand, you view the other card. That means that means that's one less card your opponent knows is not a counter or something like that, or
Yeah.
not not big deal card.
Huh.
Of course, this
Um,
is technically a different step, so the opponent can't really react to it in time because it's in battle. The opponent can't really play cards that could go around it.
yeah. There is not much to say to this. I just I don't like how resonance is. You have to give your battling characters. I
I
sort of hope that
I
you can give something else, but it's still okay in this case.
At least the name of the card makes sense makes sense. No.
Surprise.
Surprise, yo! So yeah, that is it for cards of
Part of the
the week.
week.
Anything you want to add to that?
Upcoming release is just so people know. Ami Ami is you can pre-order the new Love Life set, and it comes with a TD. And I'm being really skeptical and saying it's re-edit.
Are you
But
talking about the
Love Life,
which set is this? I don't remember this.
it's
Is it
called
English?
it's Love Live. No, Japanese. It's Love Live, and it has two logos. It says Love Live, and it has Love Live School Idol Festival. So I don't
So
know.
you don't know if it's a re-edit or not.
But some of the pictures have new art. It might be re-edit with a few new cards, or I'm not really sure.
So basically,
Um,
it could be like Angel Beats, where
Yeah,
it,
it
ha-
could be.
where it's basically a reprint of everything it had plus a few new cards.
Yeah, considering how there's a lot of sets. So I don't know if you want to pre-order right now. It's really selling really crazy on Ami Ami, and please sponsor us, Ami Ami. See, I'm helping you do commercials. So
That's not, that's not happening.
wish you well, please. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I have to wait until they release more info on that set before I drop money into it.
For obvious reasons, I don't really care.
Yeah, because it's complete Idol Master, different group. Anyways, rate, comment, subscribe, and see you guys next time.